Hello there, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shira Abang Mansur and this is News at 5. The Supply Bill 2023 was tabled for its first reading in the Dewan Rakyat on Wednesday. According to the order paper on the Parliament's website, the bill will be tabled by the Finance Minister, while the second reading is expected on Friday. Today's meeting will also continue the debate on the Trade Unions Amendment 2022 bill.
The Dewan Rakyat is also expected to focus on the presentation of the Environment Quality Amendment 2022 Bill, Road Transport Amendment 2022 Bill, Commercial Vehicle Licensing Board Amendment 2022 Bill, and Public Land Transport Amendment 2022 Bill for its second reading. This will be followed by a question from Lenggong MP Datuk Seri Dr. Samsul Anwar Nasara to the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development on the government's effort to overcome the issue of sexual exploitation of children in cyberspace caused by various immoral online applications. Also listed is a question from the Parit Bunta MP, Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid Yusof Rawa, to the Finance Minister relating to the Finance Ministry approach to ensuring that the environmental, social and governance ESG model is applied in approving any government contracts. In addition, Pasir Mas MP Ahmad Fadli Shahri is set to ask the Minister of Youth and Sports to give an update on the development of e-sport facilities that have been developed by the government to meet the needs of the youth. Raup MP Tengku Zulpuri Rajapuji, meanwhile, will ask the Minister of Environment and Water to state the government's preliminary planning and actions to deal with the possibility of major floods following the La Nina phenomenon, the northeast monsoon, and unexpected rainfall.
Many experts and activists urge the government to prioritise environmental conservation and protection plans in the upcoming tabling of Budget 2023 this Friday. According to Marset's research organisation's co-founder and vice chairperson, Fairul Ismail Jamal Hisni, improving the environment is now crucial as Malaysia has been severely affected by it and something that the United Nations has identified as a global crisis.
Fairul Ismail said that unexpected weather patterns, natural disasters and even lack of food security could be due to the declining state of the environment. He added that the upcoming budget should include allocations to build the infrastructure needed to transition toward renewable and green energy. He continued by saying that the government should look into the monetary needs of its agencies, which are responsible for protecting the environment, so they can operate freely and effectively. This opinion was supported by environmentalist Lila Panika, saying the government should explore avenues to include the public to build a sense of shared responsibility in protecting the environment.
The Sarawak government's commitment, led by its ruling coalition, Gabungan Parti Sarawak (GPS), to restore Sarawak's rights enshrined in the Malaysia Agreement 1963 (MA63) will continue to be its top priority. According to its chief whip, Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, the strength as well as the role of all 18 members of parliament representing the coalition is clear proof that only GPS can safeguard the state's rights that have been eroded over time.
According to him, the need to gather more voices from the people's representative in GPS has to be shown in the upcoming 15th general election.
Kalau kita ada 18 pun masa ini kita dah juga didengar, apatah lagi kalau kita ada 31. Penting sebab ini untuk menentukan agenda pembangunan masa depan. Bukan saja negara kita tapi Sarawak juga. Sebab perjuangan kita Sarawak First, MA63 belum sempurna lagi, belum selesai. Masih banyak yang perlu kita selesaikan. Dan sebab itu kita perlukan suara yang lebih banyak lagi di Parlimen.
He was speaking to reporters at his office in Kuala Lumpur on Wednesday. Fadilah, who is also the Senior Minister of Works, said that in order to continue with the fight of restoring Sarawak's rights, a total of 31 seats in Parliament are needed for GPS and the state overall.
Dan saya mengharapkan dan mohon sokongan daripada rakyat Sarawak untuk memberi keseluruhan 31 kursi ini kepada GPS supaya kita dapat memperjuangkan hak Sarawak dan kembalikan hak Sarawak kepada rakyat Sarawak. bantu kita dan kita akan bantu bersama untuk membina Sarawak yang lebih makmur untuk semua rakyat Sarawak.
Previously, PBB's President Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg announced that GPS will be competing for all 31 parliamentary seats in the 15th general election. At the same time, he further stressed that Peninsular political parties will not be meddling in Sarawak's political affairs.
The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, blocked a total of 400 websites that contain pedophilia and child pornography content as of August, the Dewan Rakyat was told on Wednesday. Deputy Women, Family and Community Development Minister Dato' Siti Zailah Muhammad Yusof said the action was the result of a cooperation between the Ministry, the Royal Malaysia Police, PDRM and MCMC.
400 laman sesawang yang berkaitan dengan pedofilia dan pornografi kanak-kanak sudah disekat oleh Suruhanjaya Komunikasi dan Multimedia sehingga Ogos 2022. Dan juga kementerian kita juga bekerjasama untuk mengukuhkan, memperkasakan juga iaitu dengan kerjasama rapat dengan PDRM khususnya dalam D11 iaitu untuk bahagian siasatan dan seksual kanak-kanak terutama yang berkaitan dengan cyber.
Siti Zailah was replying to a supplementary question from Lenggong MP, Dato' Seri Dr. Samsul Anwar Nasara. She added that the ministry was implementing advocacy, prevention, intervention and social support service programs to prevent online child sexual exploitation and abuse. The ministry has also collaborated with government departments, non-governmental organizations, academics, and social activists to develop the Plan of Action on Child Online Protection, PTCOP.
Welcome back. The Inland Revenue Board, IRB, has withdrawn its appeal over a suit filed against Noriana Najwa, the daughter of former Prime Minister Dato' Sri Najib Razak, to recover 10.3 million ringgit in unpaid income tax. Noriana Najwa's lawyer, Wee Yong Kang, said the IRB filed its notice of discontinuance of the appeal last Monday. Wee said the IRB's appeal was scheduled to take place on Wednesday.
The IRB was appealing against the August 26, 2020, the decision of the Shah Alam High Court in dismissing its application to obtain a summary judgment against Noriana Najwa to recover 10.3 million ringgit in unpaid income tax. On July 24, 2019, the Malaysian government, through IRB, filed a writ of summons in the High Court naming Noriana Najwa as the defendant. According to the IRB's statement of claim, Noriana Najwa failed to submit the individual income tax return forms to the IRB under Section 77 of the Income Tax Act 1967 for the assessment years from 2011 to 2017. The IRB contended she had not paid the amount of income tax, including the increase, totaling to 10,335,292 ringgit and 36 cents.
Long-term measures are being carried out through the implementation of the Flood Mitigation Plan, RTB, to reduce the risks of floods in the country. According to Environment and Water Minister Datuk Seri Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man, a total of 100 RTB projects worth 10.53 billion ringgit were being implemented nationwide.
Tuan Ibrahim said that the implementation of the projects will ultimately decrease the number of people as well as the area affected by the floods. He said this in response to a question by Raup MP Tengku Zulpuri Rajapuji on the government's plans and actions to deal with the possibility of floods. He added that the Drainage and Irrigation Department, DID, also focus on short-term, low-cost and high-impact solutions such as drainage maintenance, river deepening, and raising river embankments to reduce the risks. The minister added that DID has made preparations for the monsoon season with the provision of 284 pumps, 203 vehicles and 35 boats, 995 telemetry stations in the peninsula and 317 stations in Sabah, Sarawak and Labuan, and lastly 526 warning sirens. Based on the forecast by the Malaysian Meteorological Department, Met Malaysia, the monsoon will bring continuous downpours from November until March 2023.
An earthquake with a magnitude of 5.6 has struck Koy city in West Azerbaijan in northwestern Iran near to the Turkish border. According to Anadolu Agency, the Turkish Disaster and Emergency Management Authority, AFAD, said the quake shook the region at 3:21 a.m. local time. The quake occurred at a depth of 7 kilometers and was felt in Turkey's southeastern provinces. There has been no report of accidents, damage or fatalities. Iran is located in a seismically active zone and has been hit by many catastrophic quakes in the past. The most devastating quake in Iran was in 2013 when 34,000 people died and the quake registered at 6.7 on the Richter scale. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news update both locally and internationally. More headlines anytime at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media. And that is all for now. I'm Shira Abang Mansor. Thank you for watching.